All right, what's up, y'all? This is Uncle PD, and I got another hot video for you guys. I'm gonna do a full breakdown on this trade, and I'm gonna walk you step by step on the analysis, so you can kind of learn how to actually look at the charts the way I'm seeing them. Okay, so today is, just so we can cover that, today is August 9th, 2022. So you can always go back on your charts, even if you see this video a year from now. You can still know that, okay, the charts were exactly where they were at that time. So you can scoot back in history and do a back test of what I'm sharing with you. Number two, for the immature who says, is that a real account or a demo account? Is it real or is it a demo? Okay, as you can see, it's a live account, okay? And I have two positions on this live account, all right? And you can see I'm up 100 pips, all right? So let me do a breakdown on this trade so you guys can kind of understand exactly why I took this trade, what sense did it make, and I'm going to show it to you from two different perspectives. So you got to hang tight as I walk you through the view of it from the simplicity system and then simplicity in combination. All right, so watch this. All right, so first of all, and this is for my students mainly as a rehearsal, you'll be watching this in today's class before I post it up on YouTube. All right, so right here, and you don't have to have perfect trend lines, okay? Just as long as it's touching a little bit, just showing a little touching, right? So it was clustering here, touched it here, touched it there, and touched it there. All right, so basically it was respecting the trend, a little simple trend line, right? Boom, boom, boom. Again, don't worry about perfection. That's where people get messed up trying to draw perfect trend lines and this and that. And I told you guys I paid a $500 course for trend lines, specifically just for trend lines, only to find out that they don't have to be all that perfect stuff. So it was a waste of money. Anyway, so that's that. So the arrow came in and it said it was going up, and from where this arrow came in, it actually went up a total of 79 pips before coming back down and doing a pullback, which we know. I told you guys about that stuff. Give me a second. I moved the wrong thing. Okay, sorry. All right, there we go. I meant to move this, the trend line stick. All right, so bottom line is, as we talked about in class, when it does this pullback, it will create what we call higher lows, right? Higher lows. Here was the low, this one was higher. Okay, that's all that means. So we move this here, and you can actually see it. Just connecting one little simple trend line, you can connect the dots and start seeing that now here was a low, it went up, and what did I tell you? Sharp pullback, and I said slant patterns always pop up. Okay, it created the slant, right? And boom, it's popping up just like we talked about all the time. All right, so I called it off that pullback. So the arrow said it was going up, it did a pullback, but the arrow still was telling me it wanted to still have the trend going up. So I just called it off a higher low. Again, here's a low. Here's the next low. Went up, pulled back, creating another low. This one is higher than this one, which is higher than this one. Okay, so that's higher lows. All right, so you see that? Alrighty then. All right, off the 4-hour time frame, we also see what? The arrow popping in saying it's time for it to go up. This is a very, very choppy pair. As you can see, the arrow is very accurate on it, but at the same time, you're going to have to hang tight because it's a roller coaster ride with this pair, the Euro NZD. So right here, you can see it went, did its thing, went down. Okay, from this arrow, it did 174 pips, and then from this arrow, all the way up to where you would have got out definitely at the top of the zone, 423 pips, and then this one from here to here to the bottom of the zone was 495 pips. You know, when it's tap dancing off the bottom of the zone, you definitely want to get out. You had multiple 415, and this is for those who have the simplicity system. You have multiple 415 opportunities that you could have taken advantage of. But right here, you can see that this is telling me that it wants to go up on the 4-hour. So what did I tell you guys in class about trimming profits? Okay, now I'm not going to tell everybody on YouTube because they need to come to class. I ain't going to give them everything, but you who are in class, I told you approximately how many pips you should start trimming profits. Okay, And if you don't remember, that's okay, because we got new students all the time. We can go over it again during class. But you old heads who've been coming to class, you should already know when to start shaving some profits, okay? All right. So anyway, that's that. Now, let's go to the second view. Now, the second view has to do with simplicity in combination with the sexy analyst. Because some people wonder, why do you even have the sexy analyst if you have simplicity? All right, you're going to learn. You're going to learn today. I'll pause this and I'll be right back. Actually, let me click here. Boom. All right. This is the same exact view. Okay. This is the same exact view with the simplicity system. But as you can see, it looks a little choppy on the 1 hour. That's why you're always going to go to the higher time frames to get verification. But this is the same exact thing. Only difference is, remember the little pink, the little red and green zones? Well, I just changed the color of the zones from the 4 hour. I got my arrow. But now look at what happened. The trend lines from the sexy analyst is telling me that this is an uptrend. Number 2, our custom built support and resistance areas, which is adjustable to any time frame you want to use it on, clearly showed me exactly all that little marking up I was doing on simplicity. Look at what happened. So my arrow still came in on the 1 hour, still got my 2 positions, but look what happened. It came back and look at this. When did you know to get out of this trade? Because the zones on the 1 hour was right here, and our custom built support and resistance came in saying, okay, this is a resistance level. So right here, you knew when to exit. See, this is why I built it, so it can take the guesswork out. When it's bumping and you see it stuck and they're not breaking above this level, that was that 70 something pips. Remember I told you it went up 79 pips or something like that? There it is right there. Okay, if you want to hold on, but you see it's not budging below this bar, you see that? It's stuck. So what happened? Get your money and run. And then it dropped. But where did it drop to? Look at this white support. You see that? So this is why I took it after it bounced off of the support. I got in a little bit late, by the way. I could have had way more pips. But you see, it bounced off of this support. Okay? And that's the pullback. That's the slant pattern. I can clearly see the slant pattern. There's just no way you can't see it here. And remember, I keep teaching you guys, take trades where there's just no way you couldn't see it. Now, can you see the higher low? Okay. Okay, you see that white right there? Okay. Now, do you see the higher low? See? What's a low? When it pulls back and creates a low. But this white one is higher than this one. That's a clear higher low. Clear. Now, what am I going to do with this trade? Why am I going to start trimming profits? Well, what do you see here? Let's expand this. See that little yellow? What happened here when it was bumping up against there and couldn't get past it? It dropped. So what does it look like it wanted to do now? Well, I'll hold on for a little bit longer, see if you can break through. If you can't, I'm snatching out, cashing out. Okay. And I'll probably leave a little small position on for what? The 4 hour time frame. See, but even the 4 hour, now you can see it. See how you can see it? There's the dot telling you resistance. Here was support. Here was resistance. That's my exit strategy. So what am I going to do? Take my money and run, wait for you to come pull back again, create another higher low, or I'm just leave a little small piece on for running. Either way it goes, I know what to do now. I don't have to guess. That's why I created the sexy analyst, to use it in combination with the simplicity system, because I'm no longer guessing what I should be doing. I know exactly what I should be doing. I know exactly approximately when I should be taking profits. Once I see this hitting up against this resistance that you can clearly see on the 4 hour, clearly you can see it. Okay, clear. It's resisting this level of breaking it further up. Therefore, what should I do? If I want to let it go ahead and do a pullback to a possible another higher low and pull and shoot up, that's cool. But at least I know to do what? Take most of my money off the table at this point. I don't have to guess. Take the money off the table. Put some money in my pocket, and then I can either leave a runner or wait for it to create another low, a higher low, and then jump back in at that point. So you see it from both perspectives. This is why I use the simplicity system in combination with the sexy analyst. It gives me my entries more clear, with a clear understanding versus me drawing a trend line, trying to explain it to myself and this and that. It actually has it already built in for me to be able to see the arrows are still doing their thing like they've always done. But at the same time, it gives me clarity on where I need to be jumping in on exact entry points for higher lows or lower highs. And also it gives me exit points to let me know where I need to be getting out and taking my profit. Okay. For an example, take a look over here. See this high? You see this high? Then it bounced, dropped. See, created the slant pattern. Slant patterns always pop up. Always pop up. See, here's another slant pattern. But now you can see it. Touched, hit this support, slant pattern, and it popped up. Slant pattern, hit support, popped up. Okay. Now here's another slant going the other way. I'm telling you, these slants are powerful. Very, very powerful. Look at that slant. Okay, you see it's slanting up. And what does a slant pattern do? Go the other way. Very harshly as well, by the way. And what did it do? Nice one. Okay, down to the downside. Hit the support level, bounced up. Okay, either way it goes, this is the main point on that. There's so many things I can teach you guys. That's why you need to come to class. But here's my point. When this came down and hit this yellow, that's all I care about. On a downtrend, I'm looking for, or you can change these colors to whatever you want, right? And I'm going to hurry up because you see it's at 114 pips. So it's going no higher. It's stuck. Why? Because of this yellow. All right. Now, can you see this was a high? This is a what? Lower high. And then after that, it dropped. Created the next high, drop, lower high. This one is higher than this one. 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 So can you see how you can visually see the higher lows and the lower highs now? All right, I'm ending this video. I will see you in the next one.